I could explode with everything that I'm feeling inside of me. Like, I really feel like a lot of people that are raised in church, and a lot of just churchy people, if you mad churchy or if you mad religious, like, I feel like they have this whole deliverance thing, like, wrong. Like, are there moments, there are moments, even in the Bible, where some form of instantaneous deliverance, most of the time I've seen it, it's like possession. But it happens, and then that person has to go on. Even with the woman, when he wrote in the, he said, go and sin no more. You have to continue your life now, not sinning. Not, I'm going to take your sex drive and be free. No, you have to go from this point and walk out whatever that thing is without going back and reverting back to those things. And they think that deliverance is, okay, God says he's going to deliver me. I lift my hands. I felt this thing, and he's just going to take it all. And I'm never going to feel it. Like, that is not it. Like, when I think of what being in bondage or how the deliverance process comes off to me, like, in my mind, it's like we all living in this cage in the jungle, right? And we're all bound to something, because you all have some cross you got to bear. You come out the womb with this cross. So I hear a lot of people say, I was born gay, and probably that's your cross to bear. Just like another person was born a liar, just like another person was born, an adulteress or an adulterer or a murderer. We all have this thing that we have to overcome in our travailing this plane of existence, right? This realm of being flesh beings, right? So you're in these cages in the jungle, and the jungle's beautiful. We get the rain, we get the sunshine, we see all the animals, and we think everything is fine until we try to move in what is placed in us to do, right? And we find ourselves being bound in this cage. We can't really serve and worship God. We can't really operate in our full potential. We're in this cage. And then all of a sudden we hear about this guy named Jesus, right? We hear about God and all his goodness, and we're like, man, I don't want to go. Let me experience it. I want to move in that. And in God's grace and love, he delivers us. Well, deliverance is not, moving you out of that place and placing you, now you're on the beach. No, it's simply, you're now open. The door is open. So I can go on about my life doing what it is I desire. Doing, when I say desire, I'm talking about the will of God, the new desire, Mark, because you're a new creature when you become, old things pass away and all things are becoming new, right? And inside of the cage, we're not attacked by animals. The cage is a little bit of we're not attacked. We have to deal with everything that's going on around us. We don't, have to walk on rocks. We don't have to climb mountains. We don't have to do all that because we're in this little cage. And when the door is open for deliverance, you have to walk out this thing. So yes, you're going to step on some rocky places. Yes, there are things that are going to try to devour you out there. Yes, you're going to have to climb mountains. And I hear people saying, I'm going up the rough side of the mountain. If the mountain was smooth, you couldn't climb it. Every mountain is rough. It's got to have rocks for you to grip, and it has to have ledges for you to pull up on. Every mountain is a rough side. If you're going up the mountain, you're going up the rough side. If you're going somewhere smooth, the only thing I know smooth slides on down, right? So you have to get past this place in our mind where we're stuck thinking that it's some poof magical, thing that's just that's not how God operates, because you have to be able to move and function in your own will, right? God gives us our will to say, I'm gonna do God's will, or I'm gonna sin. Or I'm gonna go his way, or I'm gonna do my own thing. If he makes it so that there's no option, he's taking your will away. You have to function, and I know it's gonna sound but come with me now. You have to function in the will of God by your will. Your choice to do it. Your desire to do it. That I love God so much, I'm going to do what he says. And people make that's just, how can that be? Just like when you marry somebody, you say, I love you so much, I'm not going to go smash all the rest of these people. No matter who it is, how beautiful, how wonderful it may look, I have partnered myself and chose to be with you. So I'm going to forsake every other individual on the planet. All 6 billion people, or how many people we are up to now, I'm going to forsake all the rest of them and be with you, faithful to you, adjusting for you, converging our lives together for one person until I become dust again. So that's all that we're saying, is that God, you're so awesome. You're so good. I love you so much. I'm going to choose you over every other thing I could possibly do, over every other sin that I could commit, that I might think feels so wonderful, or tastes so good, or is so wonderful. I'm going to choose you over all of those things until I become dust again. Like, it's not this magical thing. I have to choose. People say, oh, I die daily. I die minute by minute sometimes. And that's the deliverance process. It's not a magical thing. It's not, I don't know what the word, it's not alakazam. You have to walk out this thing. When you are delivered from something, the full desire is not gone. It's just now I have power over those desires. And I have the choice now to say no. When I was a slave to my sin nature, I was a slave. A slave cannot say no. You now have the choice to say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what's right. So let's please get out of this super duper religious mindset of, poof, I have no, like, people walking around like, oh, I just don't have any lustful thoughts or emotions. I'm just one with the Lord. I'm like, come on now. If you don't have a sex drive, that's a medical problem. If you don't have a hunger, that's a medical problem. If you're not thirsty ever, it's a medical problem. So let's not make like the natural things, you know, we're so holy that we're beyond our natural self, because you have to operate in this flesh and in this natural state until you die, until you pass away, until the breath of life is no longer in your body. Then you have ascended, and now you don't have to worry about the desires of the flesh, but you will have a heavenly body. And that's a whole other situation that I don't even know about yet. Still working down here. So I hope that this helps somebody, to help you get past. It's not, and you're not sinning because you have the desire. I've wanted to kill people, and I did not get convicted and go to jail for it. I've wanted to do a lot of stuff that was sin, and I said no. The temptation came. I said no temptation, and I moved on. I'm not in sin because I was tempted, because if that's the case, then Jesus is not Jesus, because the Bible says he was at all points tempted, yet without sin. So let's not split hairs over this thing. Let's not get this so confused that we don't have a basic understanding of what we're going through in this walk as human beings living for Christ. All right? Go be great.